Shalara. Passage 5. Stillness and descent. Stillness is not the absence of motion. Stillness is the presence of depth, like a lake that holds the sky without chasing it. Like the earth, receiving without effort. The golden pearl, so radiant, so alive, does not need to rise alone. It must descend. It must root itself in your stillness. Only then can it stay. You may feel the light beginning to gather, a glow behind the brow, a warmth in the spine, a softness in the breath. And you may be tempted to grasp it, to shape it, to control it. But the pearl cannot be held. It can only be anchored. How? Through stillness. Not the kind that suppresses movement, but the kind that welcomes what is. The priestess of quiet flame once taught, "Do not chase the light. Rest where it visits, and it will return again and again until it decides to stay." Stillness is your signal to the pearl that it is safe to land, that this temple, this body, this breath is ready to receive. The descent is slow. It does not fall like a stone. It flows like golden mist down the spine, into the heart, into the belly, into the earth of you. You are not only a seeker, you are also a sanctuary. Let the light settle. Let it soften. Let it rest inside your breath, inside your bones, inside your waiting. This is how the pearl roots itself, not in brilliance, but in being. And when it does, your whole inner world begins to realign, not from effort, but from resonance, from presence, from peace. The descent is not a fall. It is a return, a holy settling, a reunion with the ground beneath heaven. Let it descend. Let it root. Let it live in you. Shalara. Passage 6. Crystal in movement. The pearl has returned. The descent has begun. And now, movement awakens from within. But this is not the movement of striving. It is the movement of transformation. You do not force the crystal to form. You become still enough for it to appear. You do not command the light to act. You align so deeply that action becomes effortless. This is the movement that rises from within stillness. This is the mystery of the golden pearl. The priestess of the living current once said, "Action that comes from stillness leaves no shadow." This is not passivity. This is power. This is the dance of presence. When stillness has gathered long enough, the inner light begins to crystallize. It sharpens. It clarifies. It begins to move with intelligence, not driven by fear, not chasing desire, but moving as the Tao moves, without resistance, without hesitation. The ancient texts describe it like this: when the light has turned upon itself and circulates long enough, it becomes clear, and in that clarity, it becomes form. This is how the pearl becomes real, not by imagining, not by grasping, but by allowing movement to arise from the heart of stillness. You may feel inspired. You may feel a quiet surge, a new breath, a deeper rhythm. Let it guide you. Let it carry you without losing your center. This is how you walk in the world without being swept by it. To act from stillness is to become the current and the calm, the wave and the sea, the breath and the still point. Let the crystal form. Let the light move through you. Not to impress, not to perform, but because you are ready to radiate. This is true movement. This is sacred doing. This is the pearl beginning to shine as the self dissolves into flow. Let it move. Let it shape. Let it illuminate. Shalara. Passage 7, Heavenly Fire. In the ancient sky of the soul, two lights have always dwelled, the sun and the moon, the radiant and the reflective, the fire and the water, the doing and the being. We have lived most of our lives between them, split, divided, leaning to one, forgetting the other. But true power, true harmony, is born only when the two become one. The priestess of lunar flame once said, "The soul ignites not when it burns, but when it balances." The sun is your will, your clarity, your direction, your sacred discipline. The moon is your surrender, your receptivity, your intuition, your sacred yielding. One without the other is incomplete. Too much sun, and the inner garden scorches. Too much moon, and nothing takes root. But together, a third force is born. This is the heavenly fire, not destructive, but alchemical. It is the light that neither sears nor sleeps. It illuminates without exhaustion. It warms without burning. It is the light of the golden pearl, no longer rising, no longer falling, but radiating in its perfect center. The union of sun and moon is not a metaphor. It is the foundation of transformation. The masculine and feminine within you are not opposites. They are companions. They are keys. And when they meet, a door opens. Let your stillness meet your strength. Let your clarity kiss your softness. Let your breath carry both discipline and grace. This is the royal marriage, the sacred fire, the birth of the inner sovereign. You are not meant to choose between force and flow. You are meant to become the fire that holds both, that burns quietly, that warms the world, that lights the way. This is the heavenly fire. Let it rise. Let it rest. Let it reveal the golden sovereign within your soul. Shalara. Passage 8. The Tree of Silence. There is a tree within you older than memory. It does not grow in the forest. It grows in stillness. It is watered by presence. It is rooted in the breath. The tree of silence does not reach for the sky. It becomes the sky. Its branches do not wave. They witness. Its leaves do not rustle. They listen. You are that tree, and each time you return inward, you step closer to its base. You do not climb it. You become still enough to remember you are it. In the beginning, your breath is surface wind. It touches leaves, but does not reach the roots. But as you return again and again, your breath deepens. It thickens. It slows. The priestess of the root once said, "The breath becomes timeless when the body stops chasing the clock." This is not stillness as withdrawal. This is stillness as arrival. Your soul returning to its own soil. And there, the tree of silence opens. Not with sound, but with expansion. Not in time, but in the eternal now. There are no stages you must earn, No growth rings to be counted. Only this moment, only this breath, only this still, radiant space where light gathers and the pearl becomes luminous. Let your spine be the trunk. Let your breath be the sap. Let your awareness rest at the base. And in time, you will begin to feel a still blossoming, not in color, not in fragrance, but in knowing. No thoughts, no striving, only spacious presence. This is the tree of silence, and when you are still enough, you will hear it speak, not in words, but in light, not in meaning, but in being. Return here, again and again, not to change the world, but to remember your root. The tree of silence is not silent because there is nothing. It is silent because there is everything. Let your branches relax. Let your breath deepen. Let your presence spread like roots into sacred ground. And there, you will find the pearl glowing in the soil of now. Shalara.